cards at different mana costs.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Vintage Night. It's Vintage Week here. So, Monday night, we played this super sweet Draw 7 Paradoxical Outcome deck featuring none other than Narset, the Parter of Veils. This card, if you've been paying attention, if you follow Eternal streamers and players on Twitter and stuff, Narset I've seen in every single format. Standard, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, I have seen lists with Narset in all of them. She's pretty real. Like, each opponent can't draw more than one card each turn. You know who loves drawing cards? Everyone. And she doesn't let them do that. And she also just puts two cards, your favorite two cards from the top 8 cards of your deck into your hand. So it's like a mini dig through time, or 2 impulses is probably fair. But you do get 2 cards off of her, and then she sits in play at 1 loyalty and forces your opponent to deal with her if they want to draw extra cards, which is pretty messed up. It's even more messed up when your deck has cards in it that say each player draws 7, but only 1 player is allowed to do that. So Narset plus any of these cards is just a mind twist. Your opponent's hellbent, plus you have a fresh 7. So this is pretty spicy. This list in particular, these draw 7 PO lists, nobody was doing this before the London Mulligan started getting tested on Magic Online. The London Mulligan, if you've been living under a rock, is if you would mulligan, you still draw 7, but then when you keep, you put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck for each time you mulligan. So if you mull to 4, you still draw 7, then you put the worst 3 cards on the bottom of the deck, and that's your 4-card hand. So you get to sculpt your hand pretty well. Like, obviously having 6 cards is still better than having 4 cards, but like, your 4 are going to be the perfect 4 based on the 7 that you saw. Last night, or Monday night on the last stream, we played against a dredge opponent who mulled to 2, and their opening hand, their 2 cards were Bazaar and Leyline of Sanctity. That's the power of the London Mulligan. And another power of the London Mulligan is you get to play these, like, keeping a 4-card hand that's like Black Lotus, Time Twister, Force Blue card, like that's still a 7-card hand. It's fine. Like it's an easy way to buy back from a mull to 4 if you're able to sculpt a perfect hand. So these draw 7 builds of Paradoxical Outcome have appeared in the time that the London Mulligan was allowed on Magic Online. The London Mulligan is now gone from Magic Online. They took it away today. The trial period is over. I hope it comes back in all formats, in Magic in general. I hope it just becomes the new Mulligan rule because it's great. I have a big Modern tournament this weekend in real life, in paper, and I'm kind of dreading it because I don't want to mulligan real bad. Like, once you've felt the power of the London Mulligan, it's hard to go back to the Paris Mulligan. But in the meantime, we're back in Paris. London is over. Does survival get better or worse in London Mulligan? Survival's got to be better with the London Mulligan because it's reliant on a single card. Well, like a single type of effect. Like survival needs to keep a hand with Bazaar of Baghdad or Survival of the Fittest. You basically mulligan any hand without one of those 2 cards. I guess you can keep a hand with Ancestral Recall too. So like you need 1 of 9 cards in your opener to make it keepable. Survival definitely gets better with the London Mulligan. But so does this particular build of this deck. However, me being a savage in the name of science, I'm going to play the exact same deck. This deck designed for the London Mulligan world. I'm going to play it in a league tonight with the Paris Mulligan. I'm not going to change a card. I'm not going to try to adjust for the different Mulligan. I'm just going to jam this exact same deck from the other night. We went 4-1 the other night, by the way. Monday night, we went 4-1. We only lost to the Mirror, and their draw was pretty good, let me say. Speaking of running hot, this is the fastest vintage opponent I've ever found in my life. So we're ready to go. We're playing against John and Ton, and they're very excited about it. That's all caps, John and Ton. Alright, so this hand doesn't go broken, but it does see what they're up to. It casts top. There's no black mana in this hand. Tendrils is already a mulligan to 6. Narset's nice, though. Alright, I'm going to keep this and hope it's playable. Top does solve a lot of problems. Yeah, Chubby Rain, more vintage. Black Lotus Height. Nubunga, I would tend to agree with you. Narset does seem better than Leovold in a vacuum. Well, she's better in a number of formats because she's legal. Like, Modern and Standard just didn't have Leovold, and now they do have a Leovold type effect. And a Planeswalker that comes into play and immediately draws a card, and then if it survives the turn cycle, draws another card, and then it'll just sit and play until they answer it. Like, she's a solid 3-for-1 just on her face, and then every turn she stays in play, she could effectively be generating additional 4-1s. Like every time they draw a Ponder or a Brainstorm, she just hit another card. So she's a theoretically unbound for 1. Just theoretically infinite for 1, depending on how long she stays in play and what your opponent's hand looks like. She's much harder to answer than Leovold, too. Can't Swords to Plowshares and Narset. All right, let's see what they're doing. We both kept 7. All right, looks like they are also PO, and their hand's a lot better than mine. Yeah, Bart V. I would totally believe that she's good in Miracles. I have not played any Legacy yet in this new world. All right, so I'm gonna just Flusterstorm this DT, I think. 'Cause their hand is not going anywhere fast without this tutor. Oh, they drew Preordain. That's lucky. All right. Bummer. Now they can protect their DT with their own Flusterstorm in the future. And they top their Preordain. Lame. We needed them not to draw 1-drop there. Yeah, she is a new friend in the Grixis Thieves deck. Like, you don't have to play Notion Thief anymore. Dak can just be like become Raven's Crime, basically. There's the Opal. Like, obviously, Notion Thief is better because you actually are drawing cards. But sometimes you don't get to pick. Alright, so maybe... This is tough. That Preordain was such a good draw. Alright, here's Mana Crypt. We've seen one of their 2 cards they drew. And here's the other one. Alright, PO. I'm gonna Fluster... Alright, so we know their whole hand, right? Yeah, it's Flusterstorm. I'm gonna Fluster their thing. Oh wait, no, I have to force first, right? You know, I Fluster, then they Fluster back, then I force the PO. Yeah, you get 1 card. Like, Dak plussing them is they draw 1, discard 2. So they do get to change the composition of their hand other than just going down. But it is card negative. This is lame. I wish they didn't have a Flusterstorm in their hand. Yeah, I guess that's true. On Magic Online, you could just hope that they fluster incorrectly. Just always a live out. Yeah, flustering a Flusterstorm on Magic Online is like the stone worst. I wonder if there's some like templatable way to just be like, put 1 on each copy, like a shortcut. Alright, it appears they have targeted each of my Flusterstorms with a Flusterstorm. Rats. Yeah, you can always tell the Magic Online players based on like things like that. Alright, well, can't let this resolve. Sorry, Narset, I love you. I'll see you later, I hope. Their hand's still real good, though. They have Snapcaster DT. They can basically do whatever they want in the next turn. Oh, that's a good card. Yeah, so they can Demonic Tutor for another PO and then cast it, and then start snapping them. That's gross. But I could Vamp Tutor a counterspell to the top of my deck. It's not just PO mirrors. Like, we played 1 PO mirror last night, I think, or Monday. Yeah, I guess they can just snap PO and start going off. They could tutor for counter magic to protect them too. So we'll see. I guess it's it's smarter to DT for a PO first, because then you get to snap next turn and start the PO chain with 2 in your graveyard. Ooh, Narset, that's gross. How do I beat this? Alright, so they have 1 unknown card and Snapcaster Mage in their hand. I think I have to counter this card. So I'll spin my top first. Maybe I'll just find Force of Will and I get to save my... Oh, the Narset battle? Is this good? Huh. What happens if we both have Narset? They can Snapcaster D-Tutor. Yeah, everybody loses. The game is a draw. I think that is how that works. Alright, so if I draw this Narset, oh, I can't even cast it. I can kind of cast it, but not really. It costs me Lotus Petal and my only black source. I don't have Lavinia. I have Lightning Bolt. That's my out to resolve Narset. But they can Snapcaster Demonic Tutor. So if they have an answer, they can also just Snapcaster attack. Alright, I think I need to counter this thing. Oh, that's so gross though. Maybe for science, I just need to draw this Narset. All right, I'm trying it. This might be a huge mistake. We might just both lose on the spot. Or maybe I just lose and they do fine. This is mostly out of curiosity. Fuck! Alright, now I lose. Finding that Force of Will was just dandy. Alright, so there's no way to work this Sensei's top. Though if I jam my Narset, so gotta figure this out now. Do we think they would force my Vamp Tutor? That is not how Planeswalkers work anymore, Nubanga. Sorry to tell you. Alright, so I think I still just cast Narset and force them to force me, because then they're Hellbent, but they have Narset. They have their own Narset. Alright, I think this is going to demand the Force of Will. I really want that Snapcaster out of their hand. Yeah, okay. Alright, it's getting weird, folks. But Snapcaster Mage is exiled. Lightning Bolt is in the deck. I just need to find a black source to go get it. The worst would be if they minus Narset to find another and just get to reset and keep going. Actually, I guess the worst is just PO, but yeah, minusing Narset to and then picking it up with PO is messed up. Yeah, like basically any card in their deck is great. Yeah, we needed them to not find Force of Will on that Narset minus. Balance. Oh, that makes me hellbent. I don't lose any lands. And I can't interact with this anyway, it doesn't matter. I guess I could technically spin into a Force of Will. I'd still have a draw. Alright, does Yogg-Will help me? Yogg-Will does not help me because they have Narset in play. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. That was a fucked up draw. That was right off the top too. That wasn't even the Narset minus. Just straight up mind twist balance. Are they gonna also find PO and just kill me now? Alright, they have a repeal. Alright, so they can repeal their Narset and continue Narseting. Or they're just building Storm and digging. That works too. God, they drew top. Alright. I wish we could draw this well. Yeah, we are almost certainly just dead. Oh good, they flipped their top. This can't go wrong. Alright. So they time walked in order to redraw top. Yeah, just PO, dude. Bury us. It was kind of weird that they flipped top to cast time walk to just flip top again. Like, what is happening? Is this Tinker? Are we dead? Yeah, Mana Crypt for the win. Okay, dig. So we had him Hellbent, and the top cards of their deck in order were Balanced to Mind Twist us, Sensei's top. They dug for Repeal, which drew randomly Sensei's top, which is now burying us. Our Lotus is still in the deck, but we know our top 3 cards, and they are not Lotus. Oh, yuck. Well, that's bad news. Yeah, Narset makes sure we only draw 1 card a turn. Merchant Scroll. Lightning Bolt is not a blue instant. I regret to inform you. Alright, so I'm going to put the Hercs on top for now in case I need to counter a PO this turn. And then I can just switch it for the Yogg-Will, which I can't cast. Everything is terrible. I guess I just need to use Merchant Scroll to shuffle. Man, Psionic Blast would be sick. Yep, their last card in hand is top. Rouse Bolt would be even sicker. Doesn't that cost 4 though? Oh, they're Hercling themselves? Alright, we're dead to that too. Dead to everything. I've seen enough. Yeah, Narset was just too good. We had a chance to fight over her, but I decided to see what a game with 2 Narsets would be like, but then they had a counterspell, so it didn't matter. Chain is not a fun out to Narset, but it is an out to Narset. Windfall sucks in the mirror. What else sucks? I don't love Hercles in the mirror. I don't love Tinker either. Tinker is probably okay though. Windfall, like, the problem with Windfall is both of us are going to empty our hands quickly. I lost a mirror yesterday where Windfall just rotted in my hand, and I know that is a sample size of one, but it's still like pretty bad. Is Tinker the bad card? Yeah, Windfall sucks. Like both of us, if we execute our plans, you like Grid, but I want to counter their spells too. We're both a PO deck. You want one Grid? I also don't like Tinker. Yeah, Jar would go out if the Grid comes in. I guess I can use Grid as like silence. Just on the turn I'm ready to go off, play it, then try. But I don't like boarding in for instance and defense Grid. Alright. This looks good enough. Well, there's the Grid, along with my instant. Alright, so this hand has Brainstorm, but doesn't do anything quickly. Whatever, let's keep the Brainstorm hand. It's also got a Force of Will just in case of emergencies. That's fair, Chubby Rain. That makes sense. Yeah, and Narset is still present. Oh, they're on Knight's Whisper. The ancient technology from the olden days. Kubles, I have a highlight from my stream on Monday where I have a turn 1 Narset plus. Just straight up turn 1 Narset plus Time Twister. It's pretty sick. Yes, our opponent has done well this game, or this match so far. But that's vintage, folks. Kubles, if you scroll down or like click the video tab, you're in my stream. It should be around here somewhere. All right, Brainstorm, get me out of this. I need you now. All right, Defense Grid can go. Like, I think I'm firmly on the defense here, which is ironic because defense is an offensive card in this matchup. All right, I'm not going to need this Scalding Tarn. I hope. Dig, dig, dig. There's the bolt that we so desperately needed last game, but I don't need 2 more Mox Opals. Not at all. I will take a Pyroblast, though. That's exciting news. Alright, so next turn we get to see a bunch more cards with Yogwill, I guess, if nothing better materializes. What are the chances they have nothing here? They just, like, got nowhere to go with all this mana and those 4 cards they drew last turn. Don't worry, they have Black Lotus. You have nothing. No Flusterstorm. No Force of Will. Nothing at all. Ugh. They had Force of Will. Alright. Maybe they'll whiff. F6. Yeah, our opponent has thoroughly vintaged us in both of these games. And for what it's worth, I would have mulliganed both of my hands if London was in effect. but like I I kept them because they were functional in Paris Mulligan. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I'm overvaluing that, but maybe it's just the reality. All right, here comes a second PO. All right, I've seen enough. We're done. The power of Narset was showcased, though, even though it was on the wrong side. In with London or without London? Or by worse, you mean better? Yeah, that was a thorough vintaging. It sucks they found Force of Will in game one. I really wanted to see what the game looks like where we just both have Narset. I imagine it's a mess, like a complete disaster. Well, it's not draw a single card till somebody decks. Like, I assume there are answers in the list somewhere. Oh, baby. We have a turn one windfall with Force of Will backup. On the play. New Bunga, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. You rule. By the way, folks, if you don't know, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub every month on Twitch. And you could use it to support your favorite vintage streamer. Or me. You know, whoever. All right. Don't be on dredge, don't be on dredge, don't be on dredge. If they're on dredge, their deck might come into play right now. All right. They weren't on dredge. Good news. Oh, bad news is my hand didn't get much better. Oh, we got rid of their Ancestral, though. And their Brainstorm. And half of their combo. All right. Just here for the Pauper. I do that too. If you like Pauper, if you like Vintage, if you like Legacy. All right. Yeah, they had turn one Ancestral with Fluster to protect it. That's pretty strong. I have a turn two Tinker plus Time Walk, but I can't protect it yet. If I draw Force of Will, life is good. Or if I get a turn, life is good. I guess I can F6. They know I have nothing. Don't Narset me, bro. Oh, they had the Ancestral anyway. All right, maybe they'll miss a land drop. Somehow we just, in their million cards they've seen. LOL. It was too much to hope. Right, that was an aggressive preordain. All right, so Mox Opal doesn't tap for mana right now, so it's a pretty free Tinker. I love Tundra. You know I love Tundra. Alright, this preordain, if they bottom, I'm going to read it as if they're digging frantically for counter magic, because they see this Tinker over here. The best draw on my deck is Force of Will. There's 3 left. There is a blue-white hate PO deck. It's like a Jeskai Xerox deck. Force of Will. Ancestral Recall. That's also a good magic card. Boop. Didn't know about that one. Though if this draws the counter magic, it's not really safe to... 1, 2, 3, 4... Alright, so they did find the Force of Will. Alright, I'm one artifact short of... Let's see, I can make blue. I can only make 2 blue, not 3. Or else Hercules could +1 mana. Like, if this was just Sapphire, we would have the Time Walk plus Tinker. So, they're a white deck. We've seen Voltaic Key. Huh. I could Tinker for Memory Jar. And just try to go big. Oh wait, Blightsteel's in my sideboard. Yeah, I'm gonna Tinker for Memory Jar. I don't even have a Blightsteel Colossus in my deck. Look out, folks. Tight vintage plays here tonight. Alright, so do I pass the turn and try to untap, or do I just try to like puke mana into play right now? Alright, let's do it. Here they go. That sucked. That was so fucking bad. That... I basically didn't do anything. Like, I just... tinkered away Mox Opal for a Memory Jar that drew Mox Opal. Maybe I milled all their win conditions in their Yogg-Will. That was so bad. Oh, we did put the Time Vault and the Voltaic Key in the graveyard now. We got rid of a Lavinia, too. That was a nightmare. That was so bad. I probably should have just passed the turn and tried to do it with mana available. Yeah, that was like the only target, though. Yeah, I think Teferi is definitely worse than Narset. If we're comparing them heads up. Like, Teferi lets you execute your plan freely. Narset helps your plan while screwing theirs. Yeah, we did get rid of 3 lands. We lost Wheel of Fortune and a PO along the way. So 2 of our 4 POs are in the graveyard now, and so are 3 of our 4 draw 7s. Yeah, if this was even like a regular Mox, like a non-Opal Mox, we could have... No, we didn't have Time Walk in our hand. Never mind. It was in exile briefly. At least we didn't mill our tendrils. We don't have many win conditions. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get to bolt this Mentor. Get out of here. Surprise lightning bolt. Let's hope they can't cast 2 spells in response. Yep, 0 spells. I like that. Time to take a walk. Let's draw Narset. That would be great. Narset? Lame. Alright. So I feel like we're going to play a lot of game here, but they have Snapcaster and I don't. So I am under pressure. I'm under a small amount of pressure and they're under 0 pressure. Ugh. That's every Mox Opal accounted for, I think. We need a Narset. Come on, Narset. Not for you, for me. Oh, that's... Do I have to counter this? I think I do. As lame as that is, top would smash this board right open. Narset. Fuck. So I'm not super worried about PO because I can herc them in response. They get to pick up their Snapcaster, but they don't draw anything else. Alright, Narset's starting to look pretty bad because they have Force of Will. I'm not going to be able to protect myself. Also, Snapcaster's halfway there. We're at 10. Flusterstorm is getting pretty bad these days. Snapcaster's so good. Ah, fuck. We just died. For sure. Though Narset is still a great draw. That is not. Yeah, like, this was just a straight up heartbreaker. Like, I'm just bricking every draw step. Bricked 2 draw 7s. Maybe that's a sign that the deck isn't good, though. Like, I resolved a number of powerful spells, and I'm still just losing. Really, the Snapcaster is the entire game. Like, if the exact same things are happening, but they didn't have Snapcaster, I'd be fine. Instant Speed Thoughtseize sounds nice. The day where the Spark came out, Anurag, Anzi, he posted a moto photo of him pondering in response to an opponent's spell with counterbalance in play. It's messed up. Alright, here's a Hercules Recall. I can stop 3 of these 5 cards they're about to draw. And I can do it twice. I'm well set up here. Yeah, Hercules getting a little bit of value. It did put them into the library, though. That's bullshit. That was tight that they noticed that. I probably wouldn't have. Alright, they can snap PO. And I can Hercle them again. And they'll draw 2. Oh, did they just draw another PO all natural? Are they out of floating mana for this? Alright, let's get them again. They did not redeploy the snap. Force of Will, pitching Hercules Recall. I hope I haven't milled all my blue sources. Pretty sure I haven't. Alright, still lots of them. We're good. Oh, I still have blue floating. Magic's hard. Yeah, we didn't need to crack. I had blue floating. Alright, so they have one card in hand and it's Snapcaster Mage. So this is it. If I draw like Kaya or I'd even take a PO, like a Brainstorm, like if I draw any spell right now, it's gonna work. I guess they get a draw off the top. It's probably Force of Will to go with their blue card in hand. Or just Academy to kill me. Yeah, so they have Snapcaster and an Unknown in hand. And we're going to draw a payoff card. For the first time in forever. Yes, it'll almost certainly be the 4th Opal. Come on, deck. We had plenty of mana. Didn't need a Black Lotus there. Now they're going to Snapcaster PO twice and we lose. God, that was a pile of ass. We are 31 cards into the deck. If they go for the snap, I'm conceding. And they're almost certainly going to do it. Because why wouldn't they? Snapcaster is a really good Magic card. PO should probably just play it. I'm playing Modern this week on Nubunga. Clutch Gaming has a 4K SCG IQ. I'm not sure what I'm playing yet. I've been on Phoenix in the past. Oh, they're getting clever. They're probably just going to get Yogwill here and kill me. Yeah, I've been playing Phoenix. I don't love it, but it's totally my style. I wish everyone wasn't so ready for it. But that's what happens when you play the best deck. Alright, let's look at our top card. It was probably Narset. Yeah, we were a long way from doing anything that game. That was a mess. That was an absolute disaster. Cluster. Alright, so don't like the Herx. Don't like the Jar and the Tinker. Don't like Windfall. We do like D-Grid, or we do like Hercles. Alright, I'll keep trying this one D-Grid. New Saheli in the sideboard for Phoenix. I guess that's interesting. Her ability is pretty strong. Alright, let's run this again. Perfect. Do I go all in on turn 1 Narset? Fuck it, it's vintage. They also kept 7. We're dead. And if we had a land and could protect this with this Pyroblast, this game would be over for sure. Wow, it's over for sure anyway. Maybe. We'll see. Which of these cards is the least terrible? Probably Opal. Alright, I have no other plays. Go, opponent. Don't kill me. Don't kill Narset. I need her. Desperately. Yeah, that's true. Servo can get gnarly. Oh god. Are they just completely sidestepping Narset? Like they don't even care? Holy shit. Okay, they didn't do it. Land? Not quite. It's cool that Narset can get mana in Vintage. Theoretically, but like not really, you know. Sheesh. I probably want this Ponder the most. Alright, well, we're all in. If we draw a land, we get to start going nuts. Oh, they untapped time thing. That was really smart, because I'm not doing anything. Shit. Well played, opponent. Now I'm super fucked. What was there a Force of Will? Alright. Maybe Narset will just lock out this opponent who is taking lots of extra turns somehow. Yeah, if there was Force of Will, I punted. I think I was just like... I thought it was Narset, Ponder... I don't know, if there was a Force, I should have it in my hand, and that was just bad. Come on, land. Not quite. But kinda. I'm going to cast Ponder with this. Or Brainstorm. Brainstorm's probably better. Oh, they had a counterspell. Oh, nope, they didn't. They just discarded 2 cards. Get fucked. The old Brainstorm into Narset. Uh-oh. I can't punish them. I'm so dead. Shit. Yeah, but my hand sucks, Jersam. Like, if I could Brainstorm into just, like, a land and a Mox. Like, I really wanted that Tendrils and stuff out of my hand. Oh. I mean, yeah, like... It's true. But what am I going to do? Just, like... I don't know. Hindsight's perfect, obviously. Like, if I had known that my top of my deck would suck. But, like, all right, let's do math for a second. Let's like, just think about mathematics. There are 13 lands in the deck, 12 plus 12 0 mana sources. We used 1. All right, so there's 13 plus 11. There are 24 cards we could hit off that Brainstorm that get us out of the Brainstorm lock that are better than Ponder. So there's that. Whatever that's worth to you. Yeah, I would cast Brainstorm there every single time, all the time. All right, so they're going for the Scry 2. 1 blue Scry 2. I am blessed to have this misstep now for the key if they ever find it. They top-bottomed. Take an extra turn. Okay. Yeah, so like any 0 mana artifact, any Mox, other than Mox Opal, cast Sensei's top. Then we just have the stable mana of Mox Opal plus the Mox. Land cast top, and then we're spinning top. All right, here's Tendrils. which I also didn't want. Like, I really want that Tendrils just in my deck somewhere and not in my hand. But now it just is irrelevant. All right, I'm going to ditch this Time Walk. Let's see, they come on land or Mox. Hey, look at this. And now we're suddenly playing the game. It was one card down. Now I wish I had Time Walk though, but what are you gonna do? Force of Will, Mana Crypt, PO. Quite certain I want all of these cards in my hand. Well, I'm scared of discarding Tendrils, honestly. Like, I'm playing on scared mode. Alright, so Force of Will on top. Alright, so I'm just going to ship here, holding up Pyroblast and Force of Will if necessary. I mean, having the will already makes discarding Tendrils more appealing. Alright, so they're taking 2 turns. The way they've used this Time Vault is really interesting. Like, I think the first time they did it was really smart when I was obviously Brainstorm locked. But they haven't actually done anything with their extra turns at all. Also, look at this fucking Narset. Like, I did nothing for a long time. I still haven't really done anything. And Narset is just in play here. Alright, so I think I want to get Mana Crypt. Oh, I only have one source of colored mana. Or mana of color. Alright, I'm just gonna spin my top and pass. And see if they... Or maybe I ponder. See if they want to get clever and take an extra turn again. They've done it every other turn. If they do it now, they lose. Alright. They couldn't be fooled. Alright, so now I can PO with the Crypt in play and float Force of Will on top of my deck. And I have the Misstep. So life should be pretty good here. Oh, I guess I can't float Force of Will if I want to draw with my top. Oh, do I bounce Narset? I don't think so. Not yet. The reason I'm not bouncing Narset is because if their hand is just like Brainstorm, Ancestral Recall, or it can't be Brainstorm, but if they just like have like Ancestral Recall PO or whatever, I don't want to even give them a window to do it. Alright, so I drew Time Twister. That should be pretty fucked up. Do I even need it? Can I just Tendrils them? 7. Does it matter at all? So I can Ponder and then Tendrils. That's still not enough. Ponder, misstep my own Ponder. Then I don't have Force backup. I should not have played this land. Whoops. I was already thinking about the Tendrils. There's got to be a lethal Yogg-Will here somewhere, right? Alright, so Yogg-Will, Lotus Petal, Mox Opal, Black Lotus. Okay, we did it. Figured it out eventually. I just wanted to get so fancy with the Time Twister and Narset. It was so exciting. But obviously wrong. Just kill your opponent. Oh, if they Flusterstorm me here, I could lose. I don't have a backup win condition. Ugh. Maybe I just PO some more. That's so scary. Like, I can't actually beat a Flusterstorm. I should probably just put them to Hellbent. Draw more cards, Hellbend them. Alright, I've played this turn like an absolute disaster. We're just going to keep going, though. I can Tendrils them again still after this PO, so it's fine. I apologize to anyone who tuned in looking for clean plays. This is not the place for them. I still don't have a Flusterstorm of my own. So I could play out all my mana. And I could still twist. Yeah, I can Vamp Tutor. I can Merchant Scroll for Flusterstorm. That still doesn't help. Because they have so much mana up that I can't actually Fluster their Fluster. Though I think if they had Flusterstorm, they would have hit one of these other things by now, right? I don't lose to... no, Twister... yeah, Twister does not... it puts Tendril straight back into my deck. Twister does not kill me. Yeah, Wheel kills me, for sure. This is such an embarrassing game. Oh, wait, there's a flush. Nope, you're right. You're totally right. Chad is smarter than me, again, as usual. I can Fluster from the bin. So what does that let me do, really? So I can make... I can make black, black, black. All right, so black, black, black. All right, I'm just going to go for Tendrils and use the Fluster and the Force of Will on the misstep in my hand. Can I get anything else? So I could still Merchant Scroll. No, I can't do that because then I don't have blue for Fluster. Brainstorm back and then Wheel. All right, so I could Brainstorm again. All right. I'm going to cast Brainstorm. Oh, Defense Grid. That also doesn't help. So I can put back... Wait, I don't have enough mana for this. I've been tricked. This is such a fucking mess. All right, put back this and this. All right, I've ruined any chance I have to play this game correctly. So fucking Tendrils you. Oh my god. All right, that was so bad. They just didn't even have it. Yeah, I should have thought like a smart person and just like identified that they would have countered the PO if they had a Flusterstorm. What a disaster that was. I think I just wasted like 6 minutes of my clock easily winning the game. Speaking of good hands. Let's hope they don't have turn 1 Narset, because I can't win. Can't beat that. Blink85, thanks for the follow. I can't believe anyone saw what just occurred and then decided to follow me. Pretty sure I could have figured that out a lot faster in real life, but what are you going to do? All right, they topped. Top. Pearl. Top, pearl, top. Opal. Fuck. Are we getting PO'd right now? Oh, that's even worse. Okay. There is a lightning bolt and a Caracas in my deck. Alright, so I'm gonna upkeep Ancestral, because I can't play out my zeros. What's up, Steam Flogger Boss? I hope they don't hardcast a Force of Will here. Rip. Wow, did they just have it? Oh, Flusterstorm. Alright, that's like not even actually the worst. And it sucks that our card didn't resolve. But we have lands, so we can keep actually casting things. Like I can cast Soul Ring and Merchant Scroll next turn. And it got Flusterstorm out of their hand, so alright. We are thin on answers, but they do exist. I think I also brought in a chain. So I have... Oh, and the 2 Power Blasts. So I have a lot of outs to this Lavinia, actually. Lightning Bolt? Oh, a Demonic Tutor. Okay. That's a good card. Alright, so I can scroll for Chain and then DT for Narset. So if I get Chain, or I could just get Caracas with DT and then try to PO off in the same turn. I kind of like scroll for Chain. Now I'm just going to get Caracas. I'm going to be smart here. Caracas permanently and uncounterably handles this Lavinia forever. And then I can use Scroll to win the game after it's out of the way. This top's a little scary, but they do have 1 card in hand, and we know it's not a counterspell because they flipped their top to get Flusterstorm last turn. I just hope they don't PO us here, but it is possible. They are set up exactly perfect for a PO. Just don't PO me, bro. Narset's also not cool, but I would prefer it to a PO. Lavinia is also tricky because they can cast it, like after I bounce it with Caracas, they can still use it as a defense grid. Alright, they're spinning their top again. They don't have a PO. Yeah, don't play any good cards. Just cross my fingers, clench my butt cheeks, and hope that no good cards get played by my opponent ever. Alright, get out of here. Let's see, do they have a trick bind? Nope. Alright. Top. I could spin or I could just scroll. I'm going to scroll first. So they made it clear their top of their deck doesn't kill me. Though it could be a counterspell. I'm still just getting PO here. So what do we think, chat? They have one card in hand that's not a kill spell. I could draw 4 right now. It's probably worth jamming. All right. So if they have a counterspell, we're at least going to get it out of their hand. And Lavinia's covered. Caracas just permanently covers Lavinia. So, like, what do we think is in their hand? It's either a counterspell or just a mana source. Like, it's like Mox Opal or Flusterstorm. As they would have cast anything that draws a card last turn. They're drawing, then spinning. That's interesting that they do that now. Repealing my Sapphire. Okay. That makes me draw 1 less card. Alright, so I draw 3 instead of the 4 I wanted. Oh, there's Narset. Can we cast her? Yup. Did we do it? Come on, Narset. Close the door here. Brainstorm is probably better than Lightning Bolt. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. I think I just cast the wrong top. I think I had the different art in play before. So I just gave them extra information because I won't spend $2 on a different art top. These are just the 2 I own. I hate playing mismatches, but whatever. I also love value. Yeah, so Lavinia's in their hand. Top might be in their hand. They drew in response to spin, so they could have put top 2 down or 3 down, because they saw one of those 3 cards with repeal, and then they just drew another one now. So top is likely in their hand. It's either in their hand or top of their deck. Yeah, the new art top is no good, but I think I just opened it in a draft randomly and I had it in my collection. Cost me nothing. I'm all about value. What's false, Chubby Rain? The new art top? All right, you're back, Lavinia. Hello. Top's back. All right. Lynn Chalice, just put them in the sun for a very long time. That's the only answer that there is. I put them in a perfect fit and taped them under the windshield of my car and drove around that way for about a year. Honestly. P.O. Yeah, it is not a quick process. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, yeah. Extra card. Still have force backup. Draw. Draw. PO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am going to hit the Narset here. Thing. Ring. Grid. Probe. Alright, that hand is not very good. Narset. Look. I Okay, somehow don't have an opal yet. I'm used to having every single one in my hand. Yeah, I'm sure this conversation that you guys are having is really interesting, and I want to be part of it. But I'm busy not losing to my clock right now. Doing my best. Oh. I guess I should just F6, because I can't do anything through a defense grid. Yeah, the clock is dangerous. I need to find my tendrils. Alright, that was the draw for the turn. So I guess they could repeal Narset. Yeah, this is a lot of permanents to not be winning the game with. So they could repeal Narset and then try some more stuff. Nope, can't respond. Yeah, so repealing Narset draws them one card, and then they can preordain. So what are they trying to preordain into? Like, we know their hand is Lavinia and a random. Yeah, 2 minutes is long enough, as long as I'm not debating what the correct magic art is. As much as I love doing that. All right, they bottom preordain. That's good news. Lost the flip. Oh no. All right, there's the wheel. So we set this one up. Narset. I think I want to just wheel. Yeah, I don't care about any of these cards. All right, sweet. Academy. Re-Narset. Ooh, Twister. We could go again. I want Vamp Tutor, though. That's going to be the cleanest exit in this game. So, Petal. Mana. Draw a card. Draw a card. PO. 8, 9. I'm going to leave the Narset and the Grid in play. Not that I'm worried that they could have anything. I'm just trying to play quickly. Where is my hand? There it is. All right, yeah, we got tendrils. We're good. All right, black, 2. Tendrils. Samesies. How about Narset? Storm was so messed up. Like, this card won both games easily, on her own. And we lost game 1, or was that round 1? I don't know. We lost a game to Narset when our opponent had it. Then we won every game where we had it. That was pretty sweet. Crazy stuff. All right. I have to urinate after that marathon. I'll be right back. The Narset Mirror Breaker. Yeah, best and most castable frequently overlap. Oh, trying to cast Leovold in the PO deck sounds abysmal. Like, our game 2 just now, we won because we had Black Lotus Narset. We did nothing else for a very long time, but we had Black Lotus Narset, and Black Lotus does not cast Leovold. Oh, bug midrange? Then yeah, sure. Then your deck is literally built for Leovold. Yes, I in fact brainstorm locked myself at one point, and that was after I had already moved to discard once, and then I found a Lotus Petal, not even a real mana source, Lotus Petal, to cast one brainstorm, which locked me, and then I still won the game pretty comfortably, even though I did my very best to think myself out of an easy victory. Tried to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. I feel like if you're doing all that stuff, Kubel, is like, what? Why do you even want to shove PO into that deck? Now you're just playing like some sort of bug control deck that PO's not even good in. Yeah, like the Mox Pearl Leovold hand. That's powerful synergy. So yeah, I mean, like, that's the cool thing about Magic the Gathering. You can shove any card into any deck. You can try to make something work. It just, like, might not. So while we're waiting for an opponent, let's look at last week's Vintage Challenge. Yeah, like, when people come to me and they're like, what do you think of this deck idea? And then they just, like, say words, I'm like, how did testing go? Like, go ahead, test it. Like, it has a plan. Maybe it sucks, but, I mean, like, maybe it's great. I don't know. Like, someone recently came up to me and, like, asked me if I think Boros Stoneblade in Legacy is good, and I was like, I have to admit I've never tried it, though it doesn't sound very good. There is the tournament practice room, if Kubels, if that's a place you want to hang out. Yeah, like the best thing Leovold does is the can't draw cards. And then like it comes with a bonus stream of value, and Narset does the same thing. I agree, Kubels. The tournament practice room is usually a joke. This deck looks pretty sweet. Just it's just Xerox with Narset in it. Here she is again. The mighty Narset. Lose 2-2 to Chubby Rain. I can't imagine that Chubby's decks are represented often in the tournament practice room. All right, we have an opponent. He was on Blue Red Xerox, sellout. Where's the Tarmogoyfs? What's that like? All right, so I have a turn 2 Narset with Force of Will backup. I'll try it. They scried to the top, since that's a thing we have to think about now. All right, if we draw a Mox, we just get the jam Narset. Oh, I get to jam that too. I will certainly cast this card. I have Lotus Petal already, and if any Mox makes it so I don't have to discard. Mental Misstep. They mulliganed. Their Preordain went top. I'm going to fight over this. Sweet. Alright, I'm not going to run out this Lotus Petal. Though, what if... No, I could run it into DAC or Ancient Grudge when I just don't have to. Blue card. Nice. Alright, so Narset is not the hammer in this matchup that she is in other ones. But I'm still going to shove her onto the stack. I hope they don't have an easy answer like Pyroblast. Make them force it. Alright, so if they had Pyroblast, they would have done it. Minus puts me into Bolt range. I'm just not going to minus her until next turn after I Wheel of Fortune. Just clear the way and then get your value. Oh, now they have a Pyroblast. I will force this. That must have been off the top. Oh, and they have Flusterstorm too. Oh, that's annoying. Alright. At least we have Wheel of Fortune to just reset all of this. Even though I'm not even sure that's good, like refilling the Xerox player's hand. Depends on what we draw. Alright, it's the same thing. I think I'd rather twist to get Narset and Ancestral back into my deck. I don't love draw 7ing my opponent here, though. Can't redeploy Narset. I don't really want to shove straight into DAC. Alright, yeah, I'll just pump the brakes for a second. Fuck. Yeah, that Pyroblast was brutal. It was clearly drawn off the top because they would have just countered Narset with it. So I played around Bolt and got wrecked by Pyroblast. They top-bottomed. Ooh, PO is a good draw. Hello. Let's see. Can I trick them into countering Narset and then just casting PO? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I do have 7 mana. They're going to misstep this if they have one, though. Alright, there's a misstep. Alright, so the winning list from this past weekend had a Wasteland and a Strip Mine. Alright, I'm going to start with Narset. Because if only one of these cards resolves, I prefer its PO. Alright. You got me. Yeah, we don't have enough mana now. I mean, like, next turn. Needed the Soul Ring to make all that happen. Oh, the old no plays go. Alright, maybe they're out of counterspells? They're never out of counter spells. Fucking Xerox, man. All they do is counterspell. I'm going to hold on to Lightning Bolt. I would rather hit a Narset with it. I'm still at 16. I have a little bit of time here. PO, Narset. All right, we're back into the draw extra Mox Opals phase of the game. We had a few good cracks out of here, but their hand just lined up correctly. Now every turn that passes favors them. God, what is this shit? What did they need a 4th mana for? Is this Jace? Oh god, it's Shattering Spree. That's so much worse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moral Victory. Float white. Yep, so here's the classic combo versus not combo. If you don't combo, oh hey. What do you do? Probably get countered, but I'm trying it. This is probably the best draw on the deck. Resolves, resolves, resolves. Days! Actual days? Alright. Whatever. My opponent has days in their deck. Watch out for that. That was shitty. Fuck. Days. Alright, these are gone. I want this. I want this. I'd rather have an island than a Caracas. Probably want Pyroblast. Oh, they might have Null Rods. Windfall probably sucks. Lightning Bolt's pretty good. I like shaving on Opals against Xerox because I hate when they have... I hate drawing dead cards against a deck that's already really good at making your cards bad. And then one of the Hercs. So... Lotus Petal's probably just better as an island too. Yeah, I'm not going to bring in the Blightsteel package against a deck with Dak. Maybe I do want Lotus Petal on the play. I gotta power out something before it's too late. Remember when my opponent cast Daze? That sucked. Alright, so I can cast Brainstorm and Shuffle on the same turn. And I can even Flusterstorm a Mental Misstep if I really want to, which I probably will if they do it. Yuck. I'm going to get Volcanic Island because I already have... I have a Black Source in Mox Jet. God, Mental Misstep's such an asshole card. They need to restrict that one. Alright, so Hercule's Recall can take a break. And I can put this land on top too. Alright, so I can Ponder with Pyroblast back up next turn. I'm not sure if playing with Smock's is correct. I just don't want to get dazed again. Just desperately don't want to get dazed. Oh, you drew another one, huh? My top card is not good. Alright, yeah. Shuffle that. I don't want any of those cards ever. Alright, the Yogwill. The Daze Bait. We're dead to Null Rod now, though. If they just, like, land Null Rod here. This matchup's really tough. If you're just tuning in or you don't know much about Vintage, Xerox is basically made to destroy PO. Oh, hello. So I have some options here. I can cast the Yogwill and just try to draw a bunch of cards. Like, I get to Brainstorm, Ponder, and make a land drop out of my graveyard this turn if I just Yogwill. I could do worse than that, I guess. Oh, it worked. Oh my god, I'm getting dazed. Alright, I didn't get dazed. Good news. Alright, I don't want Wheel of Fortune yet. I don't want Wheel of Fortune at all. Oh, I could have played this different. Alright, so if I put back, I want to put back Wheel for sure. And I want to be able to, it sucks that I actually just want all these cards because I have to fetch to cast the Ponder. Alright, I'll put these back. And then that gives me Force Blue card and either PO or Narset. Like next turn I could Narset with Force Backup or PO with Force Backup. Tolarian Academy, huh? These are all good cards. Alright, I'm gonna put this PO down here, Time Twister on top, and Academy on top. No shuffle. Alright, so we have Force of Will, we have an extra card to pitch. And we could Narset plus Twister with Force of Will back up next turn, potentially. If they don't, like, kill us this turn somehow. Shattering Spree. Fuck! That certainly qualifies as some bullshit. That makes Academy pretty bad. It's safe to say. Alright, so I think Twister just got better than Narset. Or maybe Narset is the test spell, and then I twist next turn. PO is definitely an easy pitch to Force a Will now. Narset can't get Flusterstormed, which I like a lot. So another PO. And a Hercules Recall. I don't want the PO I already have. So I'll take this Herx. Now the plan is protect the Queen and Time Twister next turn. She's boltable now, but I'd be a little impressed if they left bolts in their deck just for Narset. Merchant Scroll. Okay. For dig through time. Okay, sweet. We're gonna do the twist. All right, dig. So if I force the dig, I guess I just have to, right? Like, they wouldn't have cast it if they didn't need it. Bitch this Herx. Don't daze me, bro. Alright, we did it. Yeah, Force definitely felt right there. Alright, I'll take Sapphire because Opal is not active. Yeah, Twister's really good. It's the Mind Twister. I think I'm just going to re-Narset here. Or they have one card in hand. So what can I do here? I can PO, but it taps me out. If I draw a blue source... Now that's greedy, because it has to be exactly Opal, and I border one out, and I just put one on the bottom. I think I'm just going to redeploy... Or I can Ancestral, right? Yeah, I can scroll Ancestral. Yes. Narset is a card that you can put in your hand from Paradoxical Outcome. That is true. True life statements. Alright, I'm gonna shift the turn now. I have Force of Will and Flusterstorm, and they have one card in their hand. Petal. Grid. That might be true. I mean, I hope that this deck is more busted than a standard deck. In all fairness. Alright, I'm going to leave my Academy untapped, hoping to draw more cards. I'm picking up all of these. Let's see if they got something. Pyroblast for all their available mana. Alright, so I think Force is probably better. Or do I Fluster? Fluster leaves a bunch of mana floating. Alright. I'll Fluster it. Yeah, Force, like, it probably didn't matter. But, like, I was planning for a next turn that may or may not exist. Like, having all those backup Narsets made the pitching Narset to Force pretty easy if Force was the play. So that's pretty cool. Like, what just happened? That run them out of counterspells Narset draw 7 endgame is pretty sick. Yeah, that was pretty inconsequential. No doubt. Alright, so I don't think I'm making any changes to this deck. In we go again. Yeah, so that's pretty sweet. Like, running them out of counterspells just to stick a Narset gives this matchup a totally different angle that we didn't have before. Oh, look at all these red cards with no red mana. An Ancestral Recall that will 100% get countered. They have Flusterstorm, Mental Misstep, and Pyroblast in their deck. I guess I'll lead with D-Tutor. Only one of those three cards I just described hits D-Tutor. Alright, so if I get Flusterstorm, that could protect my Ancestral. Or I could get Black Lotus and try to shove Narset, but that plays into Pyroblast. I think I am just going to get Fluster. That might be wrong. I don't know. But there it is. I hope I don't get Shattering Spreed right now or Ancient Grudged. I really kind of do need that mana source. Alright, I lied. I didn't need that mana source. Alright, I'm gonna Ancestral on their upkeep. Like, if they want to cast spells, let's make them use their own mana to do it. Guess I should have played Moxjet too. Maybe not, because that plays around the discard spell, or the artifact destruction. Alright, so... Alright, we forced a fight on their turn, and hopefully we can stick Narset on our turn. Because if that just happened on our turn and then they go untap and do whatever they want, we're in a lot of trouble. God, do they have their own Ancestral? Balls! Alright, you're dead. Let's draw a red source. That's like a red source, except terrible. The opposite of a red source. Narset, go. Resolves. Yes. None of these are very good. I guess Flusterstorm could, like, theoretically protect something. Yeah, it's just like a red source, only instead of making red mana, it costs red mana. Ugh. Vamp Tutor is the most powerful card here, for sure. Alright, so I'm just going to take the Vamp Tutor, and I can cast it in my upkeep and get a red source, and then wheel. And maybe in some universe, Narset survives the turn. Oh, God. We're both Narsets now. This is great. All right, Force of Will is in their hand. Let's see if they force this. They did not. Okay. Okay. So what I want is a red source. What is the best one? Probably Black Lotus, because then I can wheel and cast Pyroblast. So I can Pyroblast Narset, Pyroblast Force, and cast Wheel. All right, Black Lotus it is. Let's see, do they know how to force this? They don't. All right, so red, red, red. Pyroblast you. Pyroblast you. And wheel. We did it. The old Mind Twister game plan against Xerox is real. That was sweet. We went from 0 to hero by drawing 3 red mana. I really love beating Xerox, just saying. Yeah, that was awesome. Another match. Let's hope it's not the same person. Winged Hussar. This is the trophy leader, usually playing Dredge. We defeated them on Monday. Let's see. Oh, I don't have the league screen right now. I don't know if they're still the trophy leader. So historically on Dredge. This hand casts Tinker very quickly, but not much else. And I don't have Blightsteel in the main. I am going to keep this. Oh, they kept? Bummer. So my hand is kind of weak to a mental misstep or a mind break trap. Ooh. Can I cast you? No, I cannot. All right, Ruby. What do they think about? Are they forcing this? That would be pretty savage. Top. Alright, they did have the misstep. It's cool. Alright, so next turn, if there is a next turn, I can cast Narset. Alright, 2 Narcomoebas, 1 Therapy, 1 Bridge, an Amalgam Trigger. Yeah, resolves. They named Pio. I luckily have none of those in my hand. Oh, they had another Therapy. Alright. Never mind, they had 2 of them. So they can take Tinker here. Yeah, they want to take Tinker because they probably... Narset does not stop Bazaar. Unfortunately. It does if they're not dredging, and it does not if they are dredging. Because a dredge is not a draw. Right. She needs to find some potato salad here for us to have a chance. Dragonlord Colligon's in the graveyard. That means they do have Dread Return. This opponent did not have Dread Return in their deck last week, or on Monday, so things have changed. Their list changed a little. Oh, yawn, yawn, yawn. I wonder if they're multi-queuing. How hard can it be to play Dredge? Like, do you just play all 5 of your matches at once? I probably would. Yeah, Narset punishes Bazaar pretty bad when you're not dredging. But dredging is not drawing a card. And these are both replacement effects, and the person who controls the affected object chooses which replacement effect happens first. So the replacement effect of if you would draw a card, instead don't, and if you would draw a card, instead dredge 6. Ancestral Recall, huh? That's better than PO. But he does unfortunately get to see exactly what's going on. Like, so if he flips another Therapy, which is pretty likely, like most of the deck's going to be in the graveyard right now. Like Therapy can just strip the... Alright, no Therapy yet. There is an Elish Norn. Ah, the last card on the last dredge was the Therapy. Son of a bitch. That was our only chance. Yeah, whatever. I guess we could still draw Time Twister and then win the game. Like, some draw 7 would be sweet. We could draw Wheel into Windfall and deck them. Could happen. We definitely need a doozy, though. Game 1s against Dredge are the worst. Though, when you play a super broken deck like PO, you have pretty good Game 1 chance against Dredge, like compared to the rest of the field, who are just dead. Like, you can just win first sometimes. Not like that. Alright. They wouldn't even need to Dredge to, like, see more cards. So, whatever. Alright, the Blightsteel definitely comes in. All the Crypts come in. We saw Kolagon and Elishnorn, so I like Karakas. Cards that are bad include Urkel's Recall. And I actually like Flusterstorm and Force of Will, because their deck is full of unmasked, mental missteps, mind break traps, and Force of Wills too. Maybe one less Opal. Wheel and Windfall are both pretty bad, because these ones make you discard and then draw. So they just like put all their dredgers in the graveyard and then dredge 7 times and you lose. The Time Twister actually shuffles the deck in. Memory Jar is also pretty bad, but I like having the Tinker package available. Narset might be too slow. Alright, I'll take out one Narset for another Flusterstorm. So I want to make sure that what I do works when I go for it. Shadow Popo, no, it does not. We were just talking about that before you got here. This hand is bad. This hand is better. It has Ancestral and it can protect it, so I'm gonna be more aggressive on this one, even though it doesn't have hate. They powdered away 2 therapies, I like that. I don't really want this land. Alright. 2 therapies, a trap, and an Archimedes are out of the deck. They kept 4. Since we mulliganed, we just get to snap off this Ancestral. Nice. Found us a Tormod's Crypt. And I'm going to cast this Lotus Petal in case we need to Flusterstorm something, but we probably won't, so. That was a good start. Alright, one of their last remaining therapies. There's Stinkweed Imp. So, Probe gets to Dredge Imp. Whoa, 3 bridges. And make them play fair. That was also, they didn't hit a second Dredger. So they're going to have to Bazaar just to put another Dredger in the graveyard. That's interesting. And by interesting, I mean in play now. So I'm going to let them Bazaar on their turn, put the Stinkweed Imp in the graveyard. Alright, so Stinkweed Imp is one of their cards in hand. I think Top is going to do more this game than Lotus Petal will. Like, I really need to get some action online. Here's the Bazaar. There's a Thug. Alright, still don't need to react to that. Their hand is now Thug and Imp. Mox Opal, D2, or Valerian Academy. Those are a good 3 cards. One, two, three. Academy can't quite hardcast Force. Have you ever just wanted every single card? I'm gonna cast Mana Vault, spin my top again. Yeah, Sylvan Library does get to take every single card, it's true. But there's Tinker. I can't cast. Oh, I can cast it right now. And we know their hand is bad. So if I flip the top, I can Tinker one of the Crypts away to be Blightsteel. Oh no, I Crypt away the Mana Vault, obviously. Boom. Alright. And we know their hand. The information is perfect. We have 2 cracks at their graveyard. Alright, we still don't need to react. That's nice. And they're dead. Sweet. Easy game. Let's do that again. They're on the play now, though, so they get to do all sorts of stuff. Why is Lightning Bolt still in my deck? Whoops. Alright, so I'm bringing in one more card. I'm not playing Lightning Bolt. Pitch Dredge sometimes has Chalice in it, and so I'm going to bring in an answer to Chalice. I don't have any other ones, so the chain is not going to hurt. I'm thinking if chain should just be Herx. No, but chain can also hit Leyline, which we literally can't beat. So I'm glad they didn't have it that game. Without chain, we can't beat or we have Blightsteel. All right, so we have one plan. All right, I'm bringing in chain because we saw Leylines. Should have been in game 2. Whoops. Oh, this hand is buttholes. It has a Tormud's Crypt and a Force of Will, but doesn't do anything else. And they kept 7. Fuck. We're already on 6. Like, this is not good. If I draw a mana source, though, I can win very quickly. We're on the draw. All right, I'm keeping it. This could be a huge mistake. Yeah, Dredge keeping 7 is the dumbest, especially when they have Leyline and Bazaar. Like, okie dokie, Artichoke. You're the boss. Oh, also Hollow One. Alright, so we need a mana source right now. Like another Mox or a land does it. Tormod's Crypt also does it. That turns on Metalcraft. Alright, so I still can't PO next turn. Let's hope I don't have to do anything next turn. Fuck, they found a therapy. And I can't crypt them because they have hexproof. So they're probably going to blind name PO, which sucks because I have that card in my hand. They only have 1 therapy though, so that's a small saving grace. Oh, maybe I should have forced it. No, I need the brainstorm more than I need the PO, I think. Oh, they named Force of Will. Am I dead? That was a weird thing to name. All right, let's draw a mana source and win. Though I assume that means that their hand has Force or Mindbreak Trap in it, and we're actually just dead. Save me, Brainstorm. All right. Light Seal's back in. But I guess we're going to draw it again, so. And Mindbreak definitely saves them. Yeah, naming Force of Will was such a... You can't merchant for Time Walk. This only gets instants. That's a sorcery. That also just doesn't really help. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there is only one plan available to me here, so... We are dead to whatever counterspell they have. Yep. And dead. Yep, they kept 7. They had Leyline Bazaar. Whatever. Bang, bang, skeet, skeet. Must be nice. Yeah, like, if I could make a pact with the devil, the magic gods, and just say, like, I will play Dredge the rest of my life if I get to keep 7 every time, I would do it, and I'd never lose a tournament. So, you kind of count on Dredge going down a few cards on their mulligan. But, like, we could have easily beat that hand without Bazaar in it, or without Leyline in it. Alright, we have a turn 1 Probe Windfall. Our opponent's already on 6, though. I'm keeping this. Library. Oh, the Mulligan Library. I like that. This makes Windfall... Gosh, okay. Oh, that's awkward. Wear, Tear, and Wear Tear all get revealed on Magic Online. Nice. Alright. Black Lotus. Underground Sea. Mox Opal. Is PO just better? We have Gush, Wear Tear. Though getting rid of this Lavinia seems nice. I definitely PO first. I can just do this again. Alright. Oh, sweet. Narset. I like her. Alright, so I'm casting Narset. And then next turn I can Wheel or Windfall or whatever. I won't care about Lavinia at all anymore at that point. Nice. Even got a Mox, so I can get all this stuff back into play. I can PO again. Man, life is good. I'm not going to pick up Narset. I want her in play. Oh, looks like they're dead. Alright. I can DT for something. Another mana source. Oh, my Academy. Bummer. So I could just pass the turn and wheel next turn with my Academy still in. DT for Will is lethal, is that true? Oh yeah, you're probably right. Yes, there is a path. Let's figure out what it is. All right, so opal, keep this one. Black, boom. Yeah, all right. We're doing it. Yeah, storm is 18 already. I think we're going to get there. Keep this one. Black lotus. All right, they conceded. Nice. We vintaged them. Gave them a proper vintaging. All right, but there's some sort of Lavinia Xerox deck. Or Lavinia Control. I don't like Lavinia. Defense Grid. They had Wear Tear and Lavinia right in the main deck. Alright, so can slow down on the Mox Opals against this type of deck. I don't love Tinker here. Like Jeskai Colors, there's probably Dak in this deck. Admiral Sandman, maybe, but they conceded, so we'll never know. We still had a probe, and we could cast a bunch of cantrips and stuff out of the graveyard, so like I could have just PO'd instead of Tendrils, like DT for Tendrils. I could have just PO'd for like 6 or 7 more cards and kept going. So like they were dead. Whether it was honorarily or actually remains to be seen. But they were smart and conceded. All right, I don't love Windfall here. Until I see more of their deck, I'm not going to bring in the Blightsteel. It might be good, or they might just have Dak or Swords to Plowshares. So I'm leaving him in the maybe zone. What we saw for sure was Artifact Destruction and Lavinia. That hand doesn't do anything. This one's pretty good. I need a payoff, but I have a lot of defense here. That's not a payoff. Alright, they get to sneak a peek. Oh, they mulled to 5? That's rough. Oh, baby. So I'm going to play Mana Vault. And then next turn I can Defense Grid plus Narset. And I have Flusterstorm if they, and Force of Will if they want to try anything this turn. Like I would have to force Lavinia, I guess. Or like Stony Silence, I have to force that. Or maybe they just have nothing at all. Let's find out. Dig, Fluster, Fragmentize. Those don't help you. Alright, so we're gridding up. And jamming Narset. Guess we didn't even need to grid up. That might have actually been just terrible, because now we can't force. Alright, Mox Ruby, top. I'll get the Mox Ruby. Or do I want top? Guess I probably just want top. Like if they fragmentize something, like I don't even care if they fragmentize something. Mox Sapphire would be the worst thing for them to frag. Yeah, we can't cast our, yeah, all right, so they used the fragmentize on the D grid. They took the bait. All right, what's their payoff here? Oh, Black Lotus. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we can't actually force this dig because they have Flusterstorm back up. We just have to wait a turn and then do it. Fine. If they go for a Pyroblast, we can misstep it and then force it after they Flusterstorm the misstep. We just have to hope they don't find Pyroblast plus a Counterspell. They also drew Black Lotus. That was a pretty good card for them to draw. Alright, time for the test. Did they find 2 Counterspells? I guess, what could it even be? Like, it would have to be Daze. We'd have to get Dazed again. Alright, so do they have Daze? They don't. Alright. Are they conceding? They're casting Gush in response to my with my Narset in play? Good job. Now you have 2 lands in your hand. I guess... Like, what? Oh, whoops. Yeah, Gush is not a good card in that situation. I think it's safe to say. Dig. Mox Opal is pretty ideal, because now I can Ancestral. Yeah, my opponent is certainly in Yeet mode. Ancestral Recall. Alright, I gotta say I feel okay about this game right now. Conservative conservative optimism. We did it! We got our pity chest. We lost to Dredge and Xerox. Alright. We had a new follower tonight, so that means we opened treasure. Let's do better than the other night. Woo! This guy. This creature is certainly going to see play in Eternal Magic. Hopefully in my decks. I would love to destroy lands. Chaosty, thanks for the follow. 15 play points too, that's good value. So this deck was still pretty great, even though the Mulligan roll was worse. Oh, bummer. Well, welcome back. Sorry your account got compromised. Alright, so I want a Snapcaster Mage in this deck, I gotta say. I want to jam another league, but first, let's get a Snapcaster. What is the cut, though? Narset's so good. Oh, yuck. That sucks. Yeah, make sure you have 2-factor authentication. Rat3D, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Roll Nation. I love the Lightning Bolt. Love it, love it, love it. Kubels, I agree. This deck is absolutely all in. The draw 7s are pretty wild. I actually just hate Windfall. Maybe Windfall sucks. Let's just put Snapcaster Mage in the deck. Coasty, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome. Reminder to everyone watching, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to a streamer for free every month. And subscriptions are how streamers stay above water. Nice. I'm glad I got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you like Vintage, Legacy, and Pauper content, I appreciate any subs. Alright, so I hated Windfall and cut it in every matchup. The Tinker Jar has not been good either. I like Hercules too much, because we haven't played against Shops in our last 10 matches, but it's still a deck in the format. Yeah, like in a Shops-free world, I would totally cut the Hercs, but it's not a real world. It's a fake world. So if we cut Tinker and Jar, what happens? Alright, so I like the red because Pyroblast and Bolt are sweet. And Wheel is sweet. And Jar sucks. Or Jar has sucked for me anyway. Yes! Yes, that is the right answer. Leet Washer. I need to go get a Bolus to Citadel and put that in place of this. That is 100% what we're going to do. Thank you for reminding me that card exists. Bolus to Citadel is going in the deck. Yep, Bolus's Citadel is the answer. Knight's Whisper can sit on the bench for at least one more league. Oh no. Alright, take your sweet time. Alright, there it is. Bolus's Citadel. A hot 77 cents. And now this card is in my collection. I don't know if I can play any fewer lands than I'm already playing. Like, this is not a Dark Ritual Storm deck. This is just... Like, I'm already playing 4 Opal and Lotus Petal. Like, there's not more... That's not what I wanted. I don't think I can cut more lands. Yes, Citadel. Next week, I might try to figure out how to build actual, like, Dark Ritual Storm with Bolus's Citadel. Yeah, there's not much space. Like, I already have all of the full tilt artifact acceleration here. Oh, baby. Now we have a backup win con, too. We can just tap this twice. Are there even 20 permanents in the deck? I think we'd have to Yogg-Will along the way. Play the top card of your library. If it's a spell, pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. Alright, so duds on Bolus's Citadel are Force of Will. Pio's still good. We could Tendrils along the way to gain life. That's cool. Alright, that's all I'm doing. I'm just changing straight up Jar for Citadel, and I brought in a Snapcaster over the Windfall that I haven't liked. Alright, straight back in. Wait, what? What was that? Remove Jar from sideboard? Is Jar in the sideboard? Oh, yeah. I would not have been allowed to join the league. Yeah. Good call. Yeah, Citadel. I still like the Blightsteel on the board with the Tinker. Yeah, Narset plus Wheel Effects. That has been insane these last 2 nights of streaming. Like, it might seem kind of janky on the surface, but, like, it's a very real plan. I beat Xerox tonight because I was able to just sculpt an endgame where I cast Narset plus Wheel. Leet Washer, thanks for the follow. Also, thanks for the suggestion. Bolus to Citadel, going straight in the deck. I will do my best to aggressively tinker for Citadel at every opportunity tonight. Winds of Change, isn't that just like a cheaper or a different Windfall? Oh, I need it. There's a command that goes with that. Red, each player shuffles the cards from their hand into the library and draws that many cards. Yeah, that's only good exactly with Narset, though. Like, that card doesn't actually do anything on its own. Like, Windfall can actually draw you cards, and I didn't like that. Yeah, Narset digging for artifacts is great. Like, we've also won a lot of games where we resolve Narset and then minus and just find a Mox. And that, like, +1 mana is just insane. She's like Rampant Growth. Leovold plus Rampant Growth. We are playing with Citadel. It's in the deck. It's right there. Oh, and Mind's Desire? We don't have both of those. Just one. No, come on, opponent, hit the button. Hit the button. I was so excited to cast Tinker now. I agree that they would go well together. Oh, good. We did. Oh, it's Bryant Cook. He's almost certainly going to be storming or something. That's not where we want to see this card. This hand doesn't function. This one's even worse. Maybe he'll think we're on Dredge if we mulligan low enough. Could my hands be any worse? I guess I have to keep this. Alright, Life is Pain. Let's hope he's not on Xerox. Though he usually plays PO or Storm. Mull to 1, play nothing, game is over. Well, it looks like we're going to have similar turn 1 plays anyway. Ooh. I actually did want that. No misstep, no misstep. Nice. We did it. Alright, I don't know what I need yet. There's nothing I can flip into. No single card that gets me loose. So if he is a combo deck, and he does not have his own disruption, we could PO next turn if there's a PO in our top 3 cards. I would also slam a draw 7 if it's there. So as far as 4-card hands go, this one was pretty good. Drawing that second Mana Source was huge. Huge. We almost could have tendrils them for 5 last turn. We were 1 black short of doing that. Just, you're at 10, go, gotcha. Set up the Citadel for later, so we're at 30 life when we draw it. Shit, that's a good card. Lotus Petal's awkward. Let's hope we're not dead. By awkward, I mean for him. Like, he would rather have a Mox every single time, obviously. Oh, another top. All right. Ramping the slow and steady way with this Academy. All right, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to find PO on top with this top, and he does not have any counter magic of any kind. PO, PO. Shit. That's not even close. We do have counter magic now, though, so our lot in life has improved slightly. Not 1, but 2 Mox Opals from maximum value. Tinker, I can't counter this card. I wonder if he has Citadel. Oh no, someone gets the Citadel this game. I'm so excited. Oh, you can just draw your whole deck with this. Like, every card costs 1 that you want to draw. But I still think it's better to hold up this Flusterstorm for whatever their win condition is. Like, Storm's going to be infinite. All right, DT. I mean, I'm sure we're dead. Like, I have no doubt at all that we've lost this game. I just think that holding up Flusterstorm is going to be a better long-term payoff. Put Ancestral Recall on top. Oh, Mystical Tutor, sweet. All right, he clearly built his deck for Bolas' Citadel. We just sort of shoved it in. So, good for him. It's also getting less and less likely that anything I do is going to resolve. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9. You can pay for 9, 10, 11, 12 copies of... All right, so Flusterstorm's not even good enough. Right? How many copies can you pay for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I'm not dead yet. All right, let's see if I can figure this out. Oh no, this stack. I'm so scared. Oh my god. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Oh no, I lost track. All right, I'll start in the back. This one, this one, this one, and this one again. Is that all of them? All right. I think I targeted each one once. Oh no. I'm sure I misclicked that somehow. All right. He told me he's going to will and recast it. I believe you. All right, that was fucked up. Pyroblast is in. Flusterstorm's in. Chain is probably good. Lightning Bolt might be bad. I'm not going to keep it in just for a potential Narset. Herx is out. I still want to tinker for Citadel. Though I'm sure he's much better at it than I am. Caracas is probably better as Island. I have no white cards in my deck, and I doubt he has Lavinia. I'll cut one of these opals. I always seem to draw them all. Alright, the other Hertz can go too. Alright, let's do it. Can we keep? Nope. So close. Almost turn one Narset with force backup. Jesus. This card has been a shitter. Who told me to play this? I'm going to keep this, though. We're going to count on the Scry on the top to get us there. Like, if I can find a Mana Source with this DT, I can get Lotus and shove Narset. That's not helping me. Alright, no additional plays. Yep, take a look. It's a stinker. I feel like we're just playing against a better version of our deck over there. Great. Certainly a better draw, if not a better deck. Come on, Mana Source. Alright, we did it. Narset, Wheels, and Citadel. And it's possible. All those things are good. Alright, so I'm just going to hold up Flusterstorm this turn. And the turn after that, I can DT for Lotus and cast Narset with Flusterstorm backup, right? Oh god. Is it just fucking Citadel? Alright, not yet. Archon's Grief, thanks for the follow. We are currently getting destroyed. These combo matchups in Vintage can be pretty rough. Like, both decks have a lot of air in them, and both decks can just kill you out of nowhere. Both of which are unfortunate circumstances. Alright, I want to draw this Soul Ring. Demonic Tutor, go. I guess I just got Academy. Oh, this is not going to resolve. That's even worse. Yeah, if I get Academy, I can cast Narset with Flusterstorm backup. But it looks like he's got a Fluster of his own here. That sucks. We could have done it. These are all the most of the same cards. Alright. I am flustered. There was no way to do that leaving up blue. Colonel flustered. Alright, and my pants are down right now. He knows my 3 cards in hand. He doesn't know what's on top of my deck. I doubt he would play around the potential of a floating Force of Will. But maybe he will. I know Bryant, and he tends to be more into probabilities than, like, what-ifs. Though I guess probabilities are like what-ifs, but he's not one to play scared, I should say. Like, if he thinks the mathematically likely win route involves jamming this turn, ugh, then he's going to do it. God, is it PO? We're so fucked. Well, we're very dead. Maybe going for the DT that turn was bad. If I just wait, I get to have another turn. This Citadel card has certainly been terrible, for us anyway. We died to it very easily last game. From our opponent. Mystic Remora. I don't like that. Alright. I don't think I had a mana source nearby. Alright, it's not getting better than this. Let's just hope this resolves. He only has 7 cards in hand. How bad could it be? Resolves, resolves, resolves. Force. Let's find a force. That's not it. Alright. We're dead again. Yeah, Vintage is fun when your deck works, and absolute misery when it doesn't. Like when your opponent gets to do this, what they're doing, and we're doing what we're doing. It's not actually uncastable. Black Lotus would shove it right into play, but it's pretty close. And I do have 2 Underground Seas, Mox Jet, and Mox Opal. So, oh, alright, now we're dead. Yeah, it looks good in his deck. It looks real bad in ours. We just mulligan to 0 both games. Alright, I don't even care. We're done. Have your fun. Next match. Yeah, the Citadel is certainly not good in my hand. That's not where I want it to be. So I'm sure you can build a better Citadel deck than this. I just literally shoved it in because it's fun. But the best version of this deck probably has like Mystical Tutor in it, like we just saw out of our opponent. Yeah, exactly. Like the London Mulligan, in all seriousness, would straight up be better. Like the London Mulligan in many ways, just like when you go to 6 and then you put your Blightsteel back on the bottom, it feels so good. Or playing against the Power 9. He designed this deck. He knows what we're up to. But he also plays this deck. Today, Arkan Grief. May 1st was the end of the trial. Alright, I'm going to keep this. It doesn't do anything, but it is pretty good at not dying. Which, I know Power 9... Oh god. I was just going to say, I know Power 9 usually plays combo decks, but here we are playing against shops. They have not said anything about final decisions for the Mulligan. God, I wish I had a PO right there. Or at least nothing I've heard. I don't actually know. So I guess I let them have this, because even if they turn up... So, like, I could sack the Lotus to force this, because they're going to name Lotus anyway. And in that... Like, either way, I don't have Black Lotus in play, but in this version of events, I at least still have Mox Opal active. The trade was I keep Mox Opal, and they get a 2-2. Now I just hope he draws Black Lotus. Uh-oh. They found a third mana source. Alright. That one's not so bad. Not yet. We can still draw PO and do this. Or like any of the powerful busted cards in our deck. Alright, now I can cast Force of Will. We might get another turn. Sorcerer's Spyglass. That can resolve. This can only name... It does not stop mana abilities, so... Like, he could name Narset, I guess? Or Sensei's Top. Sensei's Top was the name. That's probably a good one. Come on, Paradoxical Outcome. Please and thank you. PO, PO, PO. Alright, that's a PO, eventually. And by eventually, I mean now. Oops. I need to play this Opal first. Yeah, it's PO this turn. Let's go. Oh, there's that top. Oh, and every Opal in the deck. We're so good at drawing every Opal in the deck. But that's okay, because we get to cast them. So I don't think playing top right now... We'd trade a Mox Opal for a card, which I don't think is worth doing. Oh, we have bricked pretty hard here. What are you up to over there? Whoa, triple Karn! That's scary. Opal, Ruby, Sapphire, Lotus. Guess we might as well put the top into play. It's not doing anything in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I can bolt Revoker and cast Force if I need to. Hard cast. I could also force Pitching Force. I wish Revoker was on top instead of Spyglass. Because I can't bolt a Spyglass. Look at these 3 cards, though. That's messed up. Alright, I am just going to do this to save damage. We are on a clock here. This takes it from a 2-turn clock to a 3-turn clock. Alright, we need a payoff. Snapcaster, Yogwill, P.O. Ah! You got us. Here comes Karn. But I'm obviously forcing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going for the hard cast. Alright, we need another payoff. We have 2 draw steps to figure this out. Alright, we have 1 more draw step to figure this out than we did a second ago. Oh, I could Herc him and activate my top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I can Force of Will and Herc. So options exist. I'm going to take this hit, go to 3, and then end step get him. Yeah, as far as non-gas spells go, Hurkyl's Recall is pretty strong. Yeah, Shops isn't even a deck. You were right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 2 down. I can't activate top this turn also, though, unfortunately. I have 1 more non-basic land I can get before this Ghost Quarter just becomes Strip Mine. This is not even true. Like, I have 2, so we're good. All right, you all get out of here. I get to look at the top 4 cards in my deck to try to win this game. It's a sweat. And the Power 9, though, betraying and playing Shops. Power 9 is my PO hero. Hey, I'm at 2. Damn. That card's real bad when you're at 2. Come on, PO, Snapcaster, something. Come on, deck. Help me out here. Time Walk is something. Yeah, Tinker does shuffle, and I get to Time Walk. Maybe. So, okay, so I can flip the top, cast Time Walk, and Tinker for top and activate. All right. Yeah, I'm going to Tinker the Opal into a top after I cast Time Walk. I guess I don't need to Time Walk yet, but I will. Man, Karn. I ordered a bunch of Karns, so I'm pretty stoked. Ooh, they're very smart. All right, so Float Blue. That was a tight Ghost Quarter. Well played. I can still tinker for top, though. If I don't just draw PO off this top right now. I can activate top again. Yeah, that shuffles, so here we go. Oh no! A pile of bricks. Yep, alright. Redraw. Mox Pearl. Tinker. Man, I wish I wasn't at 2. Fuck my life. Alright, so I just get another top. Spin and hope it's PO. Narset. Narset's not the worst. What does Narset do? Yeah, imagine if I had Jar. Jar would actually be insane here. So I can cast Narset. My opponent gets to cast Karn next turn, though. And if he just pluses, I can't really win anymore. But I can flip top for Vamp Tutor, cast Vamp Tutor for something. I could also just Narset for Vamp Tutor. That sounds good. But I can't Vamp Tutor. I can Narset for Ponder. Ooh. Yeah, don't Vamp. Do not Vamp. Absolutely do not. Alright, there's PO. Their hand is Revoker, Karn, and some other stuff. I guess I'll just get this PO and hope we can figure this out. I don't think we can. Spoiler alert. Do you have 2 artifact mana sources or 3? 2 moxes? Oh, I am F6'd, so Karn is coming. Yeah, so he knows this list because he made it. Like, it's unlikely he's going to leave Karn in bolt range. Alright. That sucks. Yeah, if we find Academy off PO, we could still do this. Oh, right on time. Oh, Twister. Twister gives me 7 new cards and ruins his hand. Maybe that's the best path through this. Though Karn can wish for stuff next turn. If he wishes for Mycosynth Lattice, we could lose. Though I don't think it's getting better. Alright, Opal, Re-Narset. There's the Bolt. Bummer. Alright, so I'm just going to hold on to this stuff. Yeah, I just have to hope that he can't produce 6 mana this turn. What's that? No, Karn goes down to 4. Yeah, he plussed last turn to play around Lightning Bolt. And I guess Time Twister. Lodestone G. Alright, there's Lodestone G. I have Hercules. Yeah, he's just plussing Karn into Oblivion here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so he could have made Lattice last turn. I guess it makes no sense to do that because he just has Lodestone going. Yeah, it's true. We can't cast Tendrils if we draw it. I don't think I have any outs. I can at least shoot this jerk, though. Maybe he'll spend a turn going for Lattice and I can float blue in response and Hercules him. But can he just recast it all? Sphere, shit. Alright, now we're very dead. We were already very dead. Professor OX, thanks for the follow. Yeah, this Sphere is a jerk. Huge jerk. Really, Karn is a huge jerk. Like, fuck. Yeah, he has wisely just destroyed all my stuff. Alright, so... Oh, I'm at 2, and this can become a creature next turn. Alright, there's that. I guess I have to time walk, huh? Yeah. None of this is good. It's all bad. I don't have a main deck answer to Karn. I'm pretty sure. We had one window to go off and we bricked really hard. We PO'd twice and just couldn't win. Drew a bazillion cards. Wasn't good enough. Wheel, huh? The hits keep coming. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. All right. 7 cards in my hand. I can Hercules this Sphere if it tries to attack me. I'm probably just wasting time here. Like, I should just end the game. Concede. All right, get those out of there. Let's see if we can do something else. Like, time to wheel. My hand is terrible. My hand is still terrible. I have 2 cards that cost 2 life. And my opponent has a 2 mana threat on board, or a thing that can attack for 2 on board. Alright, I guess. And I can't even play fast mana, so none of this matters at all. And we're dead. Karn's too good. Yeah, Karn was fucked up. Alright, so Chain of Vapor's coming in. We gotta answer Karn somehow. Blightsteel's coming in. Citadel is out. These lands are in. Flusterstorm is out. These Hercules are in. Alright, so I gotta cut 4 cards here. Jamila, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I mean, like we saw, he didn't cast a Karn until like turn 5. We just couldn't capitalize. Like, we kept a hand that was good against combo, and he's just on chops today. Like, he is normally a combo player. Narset is probably pretty bad against chops. Oh, Mental Misstep is terrible. That's an easy one. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, Narset can take a break. I'll go down to 1 Narset and cut Merchant Scroll. I'm never in love with Scroll against these good decks. These decks that tax your mana. Yeah, 4 non-artifact mana. Like, if he drew Workshop that game instead of Academy, we would have won easily. Alright. Turn 1 PO. Keep it. Gotta punish this shop deck right now. He also played perfectly, though, in game one. He named the correct thing with both the Spyglass and the Revoker. So he made correct plays along the way. We didn't just get full donkeyed. All right, what happens now? I'm saving this ponder for my force of will. Yeah, I'm just going to pass here, holding up force of will, and I can DT for hopefully the win next turn. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. P2, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can DT for another PO next turn. Yeah, the punishment for betrayal is death. Revoke Reno. That's going to name Mana Vault and ruin all my plans. So let's hope he doesn't have Lotus into another thing. All right, he didn't have Lotus into another thing. Tutor for paradoxical outcome. Do I just get Tinker instead? I think PO is better still. I could have just gotten Tinker there and put a Blightsteel into play, but if he has Metamorph or whatever, let's just draw some cards. Alright, we're going to do the twist. Petal, that's more Storm. Hercules myself is more mana. I'm doing the Twister anyway. I can get rid of this. Still not going to make a land drop because I'd still rather play Academy. Alright, the Demonic Tutor, another PO. We're doing vintage stuff. Boop, 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 boop. Put them in my hand. Yeah, vintage, kids. Oh no, Moto, don't... Alright. Concession is fine. I thought Moto froze on me, but my opponent is certainly allowed to concede the game. I'll allow it. So, Merchant Scroll might just be better than Narset. Narset might just be terrible in the Shops matchup. I'm willing to believe that's true. Now we're on the draw again. Ugh. This hand is not good against Shops. Ugh, neither is this one. He kept 6. I don't want to just die to a sphere. That's the problem. Like, this hand also just dies to a sphere, though. Shit. Damn it. I'm going to keep this because it has Force of Will, and I have to hope there's a land on top of my deck to get this Mana Vault online. God, this is so bad. I miss the London Mulligan so much. Right, there's a sphere that I certainly can never beat. Right, Mox, Vault. None of those make blue or black. We're dead to a Null Rod or a Karn. Dead to Revoker, too. Alright, Academy's my best draw. I would take a land as well. Land is good. Oh no, had the Lotus. Come on, land. Yes. Alright, why would I brainstorm now? Does that make sense? I don't have a land drop. I don't have a shuffle effect. Yeah, brainstorming. I'd rather brainstorm next turn. If that's not an option, I can brainstorm now. Like if he has Wasteland or whatever. This brainstorm's got to be good though. I need some help. Oh, strip mine, great. And we lose. Fuck. Yeah, we are now 3 turns away from taking any game actions. That's probably going to name top. Yeah, man, I missed the London Mulligan. Playing London for the last month on Magic Online has been such a treat. And now that it's gone, I like barely even want to play Magic. I know that sounds like hyperbole, but I'm not kidding. Like right now, like this is misery, and this tournament I'm playing this weekend, I'm also not excited about. All right, we're taking 2 this turn and 4 every subsequent turn until they get a real clock. Brainstorm locked. Go, go, go. All right, at least this is the best he can muster. If he had like a Trinisphere or a Lodestone Golem, we would just be all the way dead. Ghost Quarter is at the ready. All right, maybe we get to draw a card this turn. Blue sources are good. He has 4 mana. If it's Karn time, all right. It's not Karn time. Blue source? Nope, blue card. That's like a blue source, but terrible. Alright, so we're taking 4 this turn. At least. Another factory makes it a 2-turn clock. Any creature of any kind makes it a 2-turn clock. Ravager kills us right now, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe not right now. What do I even want? I want Tolarian Academy. That's my only draw. Alright, we got him. This card's not even in the deck. Come on, Tolarian Academy. Caracas. It looks like a land, but it's not. Maybe he'll Ghost Quarter it. That would be great. I don't know. Okay. There's Factory. Alright, we died a Walking Ballista here. Alright, we need a blue source to even have a chance. And we died to the Mulligans. Yeah, that was a thoroughly uninteresting match. No fun was had. Yeah, that was a big endorsement of the London Mulligan, though. Like, I would be totally comfortable just chasing a good 5-card hand with a London Mulligan, but like, Paris Mulligans are just so bad. Like going down a card. Like I'm not afraid of 6 against shops, but 5 starts to get really bad. All right, maybe we can 3-0 to salvage the chest. We'll see what happens. Also with the London Mulligan, PO, this draw 7 PO was really good, which this is the kind of deck I want to play in Vintage, and I want it to be good. For my own greedy reasons. All I want to do in Vintage is draw 7. Just ever. Alright, at least matches are firing quickly tonight. Alright, this has nothing at all. This has a turn 1 PO for 2. Let's try it. Alright, that was not exciting, but also not the worst. We have a Hercules if they're shops. We have a misstep if they're not. Alright, they can have Ponder. I'll save misstep for like a Pyroblast or an Ancestral. They made it clear their hand did not have counter magic last turn. Or maybe they just don't care about a draw 2. That's also possible. They were right if that's the case, because that didn't go anywhere. Alright, well, we're not going to die for a while at least. This land go, keeping 7 cards in hand is scary though. We can't really beat decks that do that. Opal, nice. Mini Tendrils, hit them for, or let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, they're not at 12. Though let's keep an eye on that Natural Tendrils. It might come up. Oh, I should have missed up that. I'm just clicking. Whoops. Maybe it's still better to save it for a Pyroblast. This is the first time I've played Misstep in this list. So I'm not quite sure what the best uses for it are. It's just a one of. Like, it's not like Xerox where you just fire it off on any one drop. Alright, are they also PO and going for it? Narset. Well, that card's unbeatable. I'm going to pitch the Hercs. Alright. Rewarded. Unless they have a misstep of their own. Then punished. God, we're so dead. And I don't think it's right to pitch the misstep to force there just to play around the potential that they have misstep. Because, like, I don't know, maybe the Trop gives it away. Burn Gobble Burn, thanks for the follow. So now we need to draw a Narset of our own or we lose. It's like the only good draw. Alright. That's also a card that exists. What did they get? They got Mental Misstep. Shit, I can't even get my Bolt. This is a nightmare. Oh, I can get Tinker and just try to crush. I am at 18. Well, let's see what happens here. Oh, they had another Force of Will, too. Perfect. Alright. We can't beat this nut draw. Okie dokie, opponent. You got it. I couldn't have Hardcast Force if I Phyrexian the Misstep. Is that true? I don't know. It would cost me my Mana Crypt, though. So maybe I should have just played to that out. I'm willing to believe it. All right, so we saw they're a Xerox deck for sure. So switch the Caracas for an island, bring in Pyroblast, Flusterstorm, and Chain. I don't like Urkel's Recall. And this is probably just bad. Let's be honest. Oh shit, I need defense grids. Don't submit, don't submit, don't submit. Oh, defense grid should be in my deck. Whoops. Just busy clicking through things. Don't mind me. Alright, so I get to probe and put a top into play. A bunch of counter spells. This isn't exactly busted. But it's functional. I would for sure mulligan this in London Mulligan rules. If they want to misstep this, that's fine. That'll clear the way for my top. Memories Journey. Are they an Oath deck? Interesting. Oh, Forbidden Orchard. They're definitely an Oath deck. I take it all back. 100%. Alright, and they have Force, Flusterstorm, blue card again. If they draw Oath, I'm just going to jump off a cliff. Okay. They didn't just have Oath. I wish Caracas was in my deck now that I know they're Oath. They topped. That's annoying. Alright, we got some mana sources coming. That's good. We can't cast Pyroblast this turn. That's bad. Library. And Oath. Great. Alright, can we get through this counter wall? Pretty sure we can't. My top card is Mox Emerald, which doesn't help. God, this sucks. Their hand was perfect. So I guess I can Wheel of Fortune next turn if I run them out of counter spells. So Force and Memories Journey were cast. Now it's Force, Flusterstorm, and a Mystery card are what's left in their hand. So I suppose I just have to wheel and hope that their last card in hand isn't blue. Wait, did they? Oh no, they did not just punt. All right, these are all pointed at my Force. Okay. Maybe I can trick him somehow. Oh, it's too late to trick him. Never mind. Those resolve before my things even trigger, so it doesn't matter. Same. This can't target Oath, unfortunately, because it's not an instant or sorcery. And Oath of Druids is going to be in play. I'm going to cast Wheel of Fortune and hope that I win. If their last card in hand is blue, what are you going to do? Alright, let's win somehow. Yep, their last card in hand was, in fact, blue. Okay. It was even a good blue card. It was Brainstorm. Yeah, if it's Inferno Titan, we get to keep playing. Niv Mizzet is rough. Yeah, whoops. And Caracas is not in my deck. Sylvan Library right off the top. They did not mill their whole deck either, unfortunately. I'm going to give them an opportunity to do that, though. I can Pyroblast this thing, though. I guess Opal is my best draw. Niv Mizzet counts instants and sorceries, not non-creature spells. So he gets one look here. All right. Spin this top again. Maybe there's something good. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I need to float blue. Whoops, whoops, whoops. That was almost bad. Alright, so the backup monster is coming out now. Grizzlebrand is not really beatable ever. But if it is Inferno Titan, we might be okay. Oh, they decided not to Oath. That's interesting. I wonder if they drew their monster off that Niv Mizzet. Alright, this is concerning. Ooh, Narset is good. I cannot make double black, unfortunately. Alright, let's battle. They're very close to dead to a mini tendrils, though. They're at 7. Please don't mana drain this. Please don't mana drain this. Yeah, they conceded. We did it. We beat the turn 2 Oath, triple counterspell, quadruple counterspell, BS nonsense. Woo! All right, Caracas is coming in. We don't need this island since we have the Caracas. And now that they're Oath, what does that change? Definitely still want the D-grids. Lightning Bolt gets pretty bad. Jay Gatz. It turns out they whiffed. Their deck did what it was supposed to do and then lost. So, I'll take it. Did they play a Narset game 1? They did, right? Misstep. All my counter magic. Defense grids. The draw 7s. All the Narsets still in the deck. Yeah, Jay Gatz, that's vintage. Like, sometimes your deck just has a bunch of air and it doesn't work out. Apparently. I probably don't want all my opals, and I can lose this petal. Maybe I need petal. Oh, it's pretty awkward. Alright, I don't actually want Lightning Bolt in my deck, right? I have Pyroblast and Chain now for Narset. And I have Caracas. Alright. I'm also willing to bet that they just ripped their backup monster on that Niv Mizzet draw. Like, choosing not to Oath after I clear the board. Like, they gotta just, like... It must have just been a brick. Alright, this hand does not do enough. It casts Pyroblast, but then goes nowhere from there. This one has turn 1 Narset. With Force of Will backup. Alright, let's hope we get a turn. Ooh, Library. You know what that card does not line up well against? Narset. Bang. Vintage, vintage. Do you have 2 Force of Wills? You did last game. I have 1. Do you have Mindbreak Trap? That also works now. No, you had nothing at all. I think I do want this PO. Because I can cast Mana Vault this turn, and then I can PO for at least 2 next turn. Probably 3. I'll just pick up the Narset. 4 if she finds something. Oh, Strip Mine. Bummer. Okay. That's a pretty desperate play from the opponent. Though they probably had to make it. Sensei's top. This looks like a good card, but I don't think it actually is. It's fake news. Though, top plus spin with this vault might get me more options. Though the vault is pretty good. Alright, I'm going to play out my pedal and just wait another turn. Like, they got to figure out how to beat this Narset before I have to do anything. And if I draw a land, I just get to go. Oh, re-Narset. That's not helpful. I don't want to cast this top because if they misstep it, we're just wrecked. Like, then we don't have Mana Vault and we don't have top. And we're taking one every turn from our Mana Vault. Alright, preordained for the Scry 2 effect. They put one top, one bottom, and could not draw it. Demonic Tutor. That one's got to be worth doing, right? D-Tutor go. I can get Academy. Is Academy the best thing to get? It's got to be. Where are you, Tolarian Academy? There you are. Academy, play it. Top, we can protect it with Flusterstorm, but I hope we don't have to. 1, 2, 3, not quite there. Spin with top. That's a good pile of cards. All right, they packed it in. Turn 1 Narset, too good. They vintaged us, and they still lost, and then we vintaged them right back. If you're gonna vintage, you better make sure it works. Yoshi the King, thanks for the follow. I love Yoshi. Though I have thrown him off a cliff to save myself and extend my jump many times. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, Oath of Druids might be my favorite vintage deck of all time, but it's so clunky. Like, when it works, it looks unbeatable, but then when it doesn't work, it's just like a bunch of bad cards. Like, you have to have cards like Memory's Journey in your deck, and like, sometimes, like, my opponent last game, their only land in their opener was Forbidden Orchard, and they didn't have Oath yet. And they found it immediately, but if they just had to try to play the game on a mana source that gives me a 1/1 creature, then that's a pretty bad deal. That is not a good land. It's like City of Brass forever. Like, exponentially damaging you, City of Brass. And then we somehow just... They had the nut draw, they found the Oath, and we still just won. Alright, let's find some more opponents. Let's get our pity chest. So I'm playing Modern this weekend in real life. I don't know what I'm going to play. I keep looking at spicy lists, and then I'm like, ooh, but Phoenix. I wish the London Mulligan was in effect, so I could play a different deck. But I think the deck with 16 cantrips is just the best in the no London Mulligan version of Magic. Does anyone know, have they made an announcement about when they're going to decide about the Mulligan? Because I want it. I want it real bad. Yeah, blue-white's always right on the edge of a deck that I want to play. Like, it's always like a quarter tier under the deck I want to play. Like, or there's just like a busted deck that I think should be banned. And one of my rules is that if you think a card should be banned, you should play it. So, yeah, when blue-white is exactly what it's always been. Chugga chugga. Yeah, Ad Nauseam had the highest win rate at the Pro Tour, but that was in the London Mulligan rules, where having a deck that relies on casting one card, one specific card, your one card deck gets a lot better in London Mulligan. Oh, Fact or Fiction would be spicy. Well, Kubles, I don't care. So when I'm in a tournament, I don't care if my deck is unfun to play or unfun to play against. Like if I've spent money and there's prizes on the line, I want to play the deck that's going to win the most matches for me. Like when I'm streaming, when I'm playing with my friends, whatever, it's different. But in like it's a Star City Invitational qualifier. It's a 4K, so like there's money and invites on the line. Like I just want to win my matches. Well, Kubles, you're in luck. You don't have to decide if like burn is not fun because it's also bad. Like you're not going to win a lot of matches with that deck either. All right, we have an opponent, Beto. It's the same opponent. We've played this person already tonight. I don't remember if they were my last opponent. This hand has turn 1 Time Twister, so I'm going to keep it. I mean, I wouldn't be excited about it, but I'd do it. I hope this is just Oath with no protection. It's definitely Oath. Alright, what do you think the odds are they have nothing? Yeah, I see that now. Alright, so Sapphire. 0% that they have nothing. Opal. Soul Ring. Yeah, their hand is almost certainly like triple Force of Will. Spell Pierce. Okay, that doesn't ruin my plans. It does make me make a land drop, though, which I didn't want to do before the Twister, but whatever, here we are. I wish this was PO, but it's not. Wait. I can herc myself to make extra mana and build Storm. Tendrils is just lethal. We're there. We did it. Maybe I didn't need to make my land drop. No, I did to get the vault into play in the first place. Alright. Come on, resolve. Resolve. Shit. They just had Force of Will. What a douche. Said, turn 1, Oath of Druids with Spell Pierce and Force of Will backup. Okay, opponent. Whatever. If we draw PO, we can still just kill him, though. Not through a Grizzlebrand. Alright, we can beat Inferno Titan. Let's draw a Paradoxical Outcome. Please and thank you. Their last card in hand was Preordain. Lucky. Alright, they bottomed. Come on, PO. 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 Shit. Alright, now they're going to get Niv Mizzet or whatever. I'm attacking to try to turn off the Orchard, but they're not going to block. Yeah, like, we can beat a Titan with spells, but not with nothing. Alright, so let's see if this is Niv Mizzet. We can still beat Niv Mizzet, too. Alright, so how much damage are they attacking for? 6, 9, 10? They're attacking for 10. At least. Or I guess 9 at least. They could make it 10 if they want. Alright, so I need to draw Paradoxical Outcome, and I need it to hit 2 more artifacts and another outcome, and then I need the next one to hit Tendrils. That actually does raise Niv Mizzet. Is this Ancestral Recall? Oh, it's just nothing, go. Alright. Come on, deck. PO! Dead. Lame. God, this opponent is the most skilled Oath player I've ever played against. Casual, turn 1 Oath with 2 counterspells backup. Oh, whatever. Let's just crush him again. That's my vote. D-Grid. Lightning Bolts out. This deck has 60 cards in it. Oh, I like Chain, though. Bouncing Oath is good. Or Narset, if necessary. What did I cut last time? Merchant Scroll? No, I cut one of the opals. Alright. Now we have a 60-card deck. Alright, let's vintage them this time. They have vintaged us more times than we've vintaged them so far. Just no bueno. Because in vintage, all you want to do is vintage. Let's broken hand, broken hand. This is a turn 2 Narset. And I get to top along the way. I'll try it. They absolutely could not beat Narset last game. Jet. Let's see, do they have a misstep? I hope not. This hand gets a lot worse if top's not in play. I'm going to play around Strip Mine and also leave myself a shuffle with top here. Yep, S is no bueno. No S bueno. Alright, let's see. Do they have turn 1 Oath and 7 counterspells again? And if we can find a way to protect this Narset, I'm going to be stoked. Oh, that's close. Force of Will. I don't have a blue card to go with it. I'm actually going to shuffle this and look again. I really want like a Pyroblast or Flusterstorm. There we go. Ooh, PO is a good card too. Narset, go. If they Red Blast it, that sucks. I'm cool with a Force of Will. Because that's a 2-for-1. And if they want to fight more, it's going to cost them another card. And I have PO on top. Alright. Is this Flusterstorm? Alright. Fine. You got it. I cannot pay 1. Not even once. And they pitched Dig Through Time. Wow. That was good value. Alright, so PO's on top of the deck. Let's hope we don't get null rotted right now. Time Walk. That's not the worst. We got a 1-1. They didn't have Oath in play, so we'll take it. Oh no, don't cast Narset. Though, if they cast Narset, I'm going to have 3 creatures to pressure it with. Okay. You can't really go minus. This is a non-bow. Big pile of creature. Card that gives your opponent a bunch of creatures and attackable planeswalker. Not great. I probably just want this land. All attack Narset. You're all attacking Narset. Come on. Alright, let's hope they don't have a like Pyroclasm or some sweet technology to get them out of this. Like I said at the end of the last match, like when you have Forbidden Orchard but not Oath, this is so dangerous. All right, they chucked their Narset for a card. Or they found Oath. All right. So now the last remaining question is, there are 2 cards left in hand counterspells. And if so, can I beat it? Twister does not help me. It doesn't help. Yeah, I can't get the PO, the Force, and the blue card in my hand all at the same time, unfortunately. So I'll just draw the PO and make it work. Then off we go. PO cannot pick up tokens, unfortunately. Let's draw 4. God, their last card was, in fact, Force blue card. God, this opponent is powerful. Alright, I can't cast Twister this turn either. Lame. Alright, get in there. Let's hope they hit Inferno Titan. We need a level 1 sub? Why? Ooh, Gisela. Flying first strike. Alright, so... Oh, the Kali Ma emote? The sub-only Kali Ma emote? This one? Alright, so what do? Their things deal double damage, my things deal half damage. Okay, so the spirits are bricked. Yeah, somebody else, if anyone wants to get in on this Kali Ma, rip the heart, beating heart from the chest, way of life, do it. Now is the time. All right, so do I want Sensei's Top in play? I don't think I do. Oh, I do, because I need it to activate these Mox Opals. There we go. The sub's coming through when we need them most. All right, well, they did cast a Brainstorm, so if they have a good card, if there was a good card in their top 3, they have it. Jeez. Brutal stuff. All right. Flusterstorm. 2 forces and a PO. Okay. All right. Let's hope that the next creature that they flip into... All right, they're attacking me for 10 next turn. So my PO has to be good. Like, if they just hit... Am I dead to Inferno Titan? Titan would dome me for 6 right away. All right, Niv Mizzet. Oh, this hits me for 2 every time anyone casts a spell. Titan doesn't kill us outright because it doesn't have haste. This is fucked up, though. If they just hit a couple spells, we're dead. Yep. Proper vintaging to end the night. Absolutely crushed. They just need to cast 2 more spells this turn and we lose to the Gisela in combat. Alright, that doesn't count. Instants or sorceries only. Oh god, is this Narset? Is it Jace? That's even worse. Dak Faden. I can't beat that one either. I can't beat any of these cards. What are they going to do with Dak? Oh, they're probably just going to plus target themselves, draw 2, dome me for 4, and then attack. That's what they should do anyway. Yeah, we are dead if they want to kill us this turn. It's up to them. Oh, they had a Memories Journey. Yeah, we're dead. Whoop! Yeah, we got our faces vintaged off there. All right, so we were 4-1 on Monday with the London Mulligan in place. Then we went 3-2 last league and just easily won 3 this league. So this deck is definitely worse without the London Mulligan. But my observations indicate that all decks are worse without the London Mulligan. Just every deck is better. This card was trash. It's out of here. Just like every Magic is better with the London Mulligan. I'm okay saying that full stop at this point. Having played with both, like all games just feel so much worse without it. So that is the stream for the night. I'm done. I'm not going to fire up another league. Yeah, Shops gets a lot worse. Yeah, Shops gets a lot worse without the London Mulligan, or with the London Mulligan. So I guess, one qualifier on the London Mulligan thing is that decks that are made to punish bad draws get worse. So like Jund, Abzan, Shops, like decks that just like burn, decks that just crush you if you stumble, or like if your hand is just dead to a Thoughtseize or whatever, like just a targeted discard spell takes your only action and you're just on air. Those decks all get a lot worse in London Mulligan World. Decks full of cantrips also get a little worse because the point of filling your deck with cantrips is to sculpt your hand so it's perfect and hope that your opponent can't do that. But the Mulligan does that for your opponent. And I'm sure it's still better to keep 7 than to like mull to a perfect 5. So it's like, I don't know, it's close. Jund at a 54% win rate in Modern in London. Yeah, Jund always has a 54% win rate. And if people are trying to stress test the London Mulligan, if they're trying to break it, if they think that if they built their deck such that a perfect 4 is worth chasing, there's this new Allosaurus Rider combo deck with like Eldritch Evolution plus the new like 2-mana Eldritch Evolution from War of the Spark. There is like a turn 1 or 2 combo deck in Modern that really wants a perfect 4-card hand rather than like a solid 7. And Jund will punish those decks because you just get Thoughtseized and then your hand doesn't do anything. So Jund will always have a place, like the decks like Jund, in Modern and in Legacy. But in Vintage, where like your plan is to like Thoughtseize them, then resolve a Null Rod, and like eventually stick a Tarmogoyf, like it's probably not good enough moving forward. It was barely good enough before. So like those decks were always on the fringe. They were never tier 1 anyway. And now their plan, which was to punish bad draws or to make draws bad with a single discard spell, get a lot worse. Or like, and a lot of them just like, when they're on the draw, when they don't win the die roll, they just like cross their fingers, clench their cheeks, and hope they're not dead. So the percentage of that happening also goes way down. Like, those decks can't really beat a turn 1 Trinisphere, and they have no way to counter it either. So those decks get beat up pretty hard when the actual broken decks get to pick their best hand. So, but I think that the metagame will adjust. Maybe ban lists and restricted lists will have to adjust with it. Like it's probably not reasonable to have a deck with 4 Mox Opals in the London Mulligan. It's probably not. Like the drawback of Mox Opal is if you draw 2, it's mostly dead. But which happened to me a lot tonight, let me tell you. But in London, like if you mull to 6 and 2 cards are Mox Opals, you just put one of them on the bottom and you have a clean 6. Like in Paris, if you mull to 6 and 2 are Mox Opals, you're just already on 5. So there's a lot of deck building consideration and format and metagame consideration that will have to change. Like deck building philosophy will have to change a little bit. Metagame reads will have to change a little bit. But I do think that Mulligan is way better for Magic. And everything I've done this week is Vintage specific, which follows a totally different set of rules anyway. as far as like deck building philosophy and what a game might reasonably look like. I played for the full month testing for GP Niagara with the London Mulligan and Legacy, and it just felt really, really clean and really good. Like there were more games. Like I played against a bunch of like Dredge and Reanimator and like people trying to beat up on the London Mulligan, but like I could for sure have a Force of Will and a Surgical in my hand to start each game too. So it's like the fair blue decks gain edge against the combo decks. The combo decks get to their fail rate goes down, and I think it's just better. Like I would rather have like 2 players on 5 where like the turn 1 combo deck gets to try, but like the blue deck has Force of Will or whatever. Then like hope this 7's good. Hope I get a turn. Oh well. It just leads to more games, and I'm a big fan of it. So I'm playing Modern this weekend. I'm going to play a deck that mulligans well, or doesn't have to mulligan. I'm going to have a lot of cantrips in my deck, whatever I play. So just trying to mitigate the mulligan. But anyone else want to talk about stuff? Because I am done for the night. Let's find someone fun we can host or raid. Oh, Arkin is streaming. We love Arkin. Oh, Team Salty Spittoon also is streaming. Ooh, he's playing Legacy Karn. All right, let's check out Karn. So if you're just tuning in or you don't usually tune in, make sure you hit that follow button and follow me on Twitter at Bosch and Roll. It's at the bottom of your screen right now. Check in the YouTube page for old information. Lots of good stuff going on. Lots of good content. Let me know if you want to see Legacy, Vintage, Modern, Pauper in the future, and I will make it happen. Oh, there's 2 T's in Spittoon. All right, let's try this raid again. All right, we're getting ready to raid. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'll see you next Monday.